Today was a bit of an expensive day to say the least. I just got back from the California Custom Knife Show. Amazing show today. There were so many cool makers there that I'd never met, never even heard of. Met up with the guys at ProTech, I'm a big fan of their knives. Met up with some of the guys from Benchmade as well. I thought it's an hour away from where I am in California, so why don't I just head up there and spend all the money that I don't have? And that's what I did. But that's not what today's about. The reason I'm telling you that is because I bought some new knives and it made me remember that I was going to do a video about EDC pouches and what my opinion on them is, as one of the knives I bought was one that went into my EDC pouch and replaced what I already had in there. So that's what we're talking about today. EDC pouches, what I carry in mine, and whether I think they're helpful or not. It took me a little while to get into the pouch game, I'm not gonna lie. Like when I first saw it coming about on Instagram and the whole EDC community was getting into it, I was always a bit in my head like, why would I need to carry a pouch around that's gonna basically fill an entire pocket, be very uncomfortable to sit on with just gear in it that I don't know if I'm gonna need when I carry pretty much everything that I need in my pockets or on my person every day anyway. So I could never really invest in it and I didn't want to spend the money on the pouches because they're quite expensive. If I didn't know if I was going to like it, I didn't want to waste the money. But then the opportunity arose for me to work with Alpaca Gear and they sent me out a few things. This video isn't sponsored by them, by the way. They were kind enough to send me some stuff for free, but they're not paying me at all in any way other than affiliate links. Link below. 15% off everything in their store. But they sent me this. This is the Alpaca Gear hub pouch hook and loop. So it's got Velcro on the front so you can have your Ranger eyes on there. That's a thing in the pouch world. So I thought when they sent it to me, why not put a load of EDC gear in here that's like secondary gear that I do use, but not all the time, to basically keep it all compact, carry it around with me and see if I actually like it. And straight off the bat, I actually really like it, and I'm probably going to keep using a pouch now for a very long time until something better comes along. So let's open it up and talk about what's inside. So, like I said, it's all basically secondary gear and spare gear that I don't use all the time, but I need on me because I do use it, if that makes sense. So the first thing we'll talk about is the secondary knife that I carry. I always have a primary knife in my pocket. This is one that I picked up today as well. Look at that absolute monstrosity of a knife. So this is gonna be in my pocket now for a little while. Drop shut. Oh, so that will be my primary knife or whatever else I'm carrying as a primary, and then I always keep a secondary in here just for any other needs that I might have. And this knife that I'm gonna talk about now is the reason I decided to remember to make this video, because this replaced what I was carrying originally as my pouch knife. Originally in here, I was carrying the Civivi Baby Banter, which is a great knife, but this is something I've wanted to get for a long time now. And it was on offer at the California Custom Knife Show. So I thought, why not pick it up? And this is the ProTech Runt 5. Just that action, man. What is that? Like, kicks like a mule. I managed to pick this up earlier at the knife show, and it instantly went into here. I can't give a review on it yet because I haven't even used it to cut anything. I literally took it out of the box and put it straight in here because I knew this is where it was going to go. So stay tuned for a review on this in the future when I've actually used it. And then next to that, in the next little section, I keep my flashlight and my pen. Flashlight I've got in here right now is the Olight i3T EOS. I was carrying this in my pocket for a while, but I just thought, why not stick it in here? Because I didn't use it all the time. Kind of got in the way when I was getting my knife out to use my knife as I used the knife more. So I thought I'll put it in here, and I've always got this close to hand now. So it's never too far out of reach when I need my flashlight. But this is a great little flashlight. I've been using these for over a year now. I've lost many of them and bought new ones because they're like $20 and they're great. But it's got a two-way clip so you can stick it on your hat and have a head torch if you need. And then it's got a deep carry pocket clip for going in your pocket. Got 5 lumens on the bottom setting and then 180 on the top setting. Great all-round flashlight, nice and light, AAA battery, lasts a while, and it's cheap. So win-win. Then next to that is my pen. The pen that I carry in here at the moment is the Big Idea Design Mini Click in brass with titanium hardware. It took me a while to get into the expensive pen game, I'm not gonna lie, because I was always like, well, a pen's a pen. So why would I spend $100 on a pen? But Big Idea Design sent me this, and now I'm into expensive pens, which is a bit dangerous. But this is a great pen, worth every single penny that you'd spend on it. I do have a discount link below, so use that for 10% off. Gives me a kickback, so it helps the channel out, helps me make videos like this for you guys. But great pen, great weight, fits nice in the hand, even though it's small, and I've got big hands, and this is still comfy to write with, so that's a win if you've got big hands and you thought the minis might be too small. It is perfect, and I prefer the mini because it takes up way less space. Behind there, I just keep a couple of plasters or band-aids if you're American, just because knives are sharp and they cut you if you're an idiot. So I keep like 3 or 4 in there just in case I cut myself. Moving on to the other side. I keep a Zippo in there just because it's always helpful to have a lighter, and the only lighters I carry are Zippos. I always carry one in my pocket, but Zippos tend to run out when you need them most. So I just carry a secondary one in this pouch as it takes up literally no space at all, and they're fun to play with. But it's always helpful just to have the spare Zippo in case the main one runs out. Then underneath there is my AirPods Pro. These are just the first generation AirPods Pro. They're great. I don't need to give you too much information on them. Everyone knows AirPods. But I used to carry them in my pocket, and I didn't really like it because they were kind of in the way for the other things that I use more, and they leave a weird shape in the pocket and stuff like that. So I was like, I don't need them that immediately. I don't need to have very quick access to them, and I don't use them that much. So I thought I'd stick them in here because I don't mind having to reach into my bag or the center console of my truck or wherever this is around me to have to open it up and get my AirPods out to use them. But that's the AirPods Pro. They do what they're supposed to do. Play music and help me take phone calls. And then the last thing that I keep on the inside of here is a multi-tool. I used to carry a multi-tool in my pocket, like a Swiss Army knife or whatever, but I don't like having way too much in my pockets all at once. I might go back to that, but I might not at the same time. But the multi-tool that I keep in here is the Gerber Dime. Perfect little multi-tool. It's got on here many things, like a nail file, a knife, a package opener, scissors if you need them in a pinch, you name it. Bottle opener built into the top on the frame. It's small enough to go on a keyring if you want to, and then it's got, if you open it up, just like any multi-tool, some pliers, and these are great. They're spring-loaded, so they're fine. You couldn't do heavy-duty tasks with them, but in a pinch, it's the perfect little multi-tool. Takes up literally no space anywhere. Like, I could keep this in my pocket quite happily and not worry, but it's in the pouch. And that's the last thing I keep in there, apart from what I keep in the front. So in the front, it's got a little zip pocket, and it's just the perfect place to just keep some spare cash, because you never know when you're gonna be caught short for a few dollars or pounds or euros or whatever your currency is. And if you just keep some money in here, you know you're always gonna have however much you keep in there in an emergency, which is perfect. But all in all, the pouch hype is real. The pouch hype is real. I absolutely love carrying that pouch around with me every single day. It doesn't really go in my pocket very much, unless I'm moving from like my house to my truck or just small journeys where I'm like, oh, it's not gonna bother me if it's in my pocket. But generally, it's in like a jacket pocket or my bag, or just chucked somewhere in the truck when I get in there. But the pouches are helpful, they're very good, keeps everything nice and compact. You know exactly where everything is at all times, and if you don't take anything out of it, you know that when you pick your pouch up, everything that you need is gonna be in there. If you forget to put your primary knife in your pocket one day, but you don't forget to pick up your pouch, you know you're still gonna have a knife. If you forget to take your wallet, you've got some cash in there. It's absolutely perfect. So definitely get into the pouches if you're not already. I honestly recommend it to anyone, even if you're not into EDC. Use the link below to go to Alpaca Gear and get 15% off one of these and anything else that they sell. Let me know what you think of this. Let me know what your take on pouches is. Do you like them? Do you dislike them? Do you use them? What do you keep in it? Let me know. Do all the YouTube things, like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, have a good one. I'll see you later.